How we doing, Burbank? Sounds of silence. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking with us through a long weekend. It's good to start off 2024 with a bang. You guys have been awesome. A lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces. Who here has not been to a Supernatural con before? So super tardy to the party. Late comers. Well, let's get to it. We're running a little late today, so we're just going to fire through some questions. You want to start on your side? You want to start on my side?
Are there any scenes that were fun for you to film, particularly
No.
because of the outtakes or behind the scenes, like jokes and stuff like that?
Probably an easier question to ask, which scenes weren't fun to film because of the shenanigans, to use a nice St. Patty's Day term. Is there one that sticks out in your head, like one that was just overly hard to get through due to the hilarity that was? I think it was the only time I apologize to Linus. That was a day that will go down in infamy because it was the day we broke Misha. we broke him in a way, and it wasn't just Jerry. If you remember, like
Camera crew was
the camera crew was
everyone
was getting in on the action and messing with him in a way that just took him to the edge. And the best was Misha. At one point, he was so angry, he couldn't get through the scene. He wouldn't stop messing with him. There was like a paper airplane sitting on the desk. He went over and grabbed a paper airplane and heaved it so hard at us. And we were maybe this far away. And it went... which then resulted in Jared and I going like... it's just too easy. There were a lot of days and nights where Misha was painted with a massive target, and still to this day, actually, he's got one tattooed on his back. But I would say, all in all, there are many scenes and moments and hours of us somehow managing to get the work done while being complete jerks and misfits. It's a wonder we ever got anything done, but we did, and it was, I will say this, there were a lot of guest stars that would come on our show, and some even verbalized it. I think this one young lady said, she's like, "Who are you people?" It was the most just playground, childish behavior that she'd ever experienced. It was very hard for serious actors to get any real work done on our show because we just had too much fun doing what we were doing. And I think that honestly is one of the ingredients in the recipe that kept us on for so long, was that we truly did have a lot of fun. Sometimes to our producers' detriment, they were not happy, and sometimes the directors would get a little upset, but man, the crew loved it. Keep messing with them, guys. And you know, sometimes the crew did join in the hilarity. I remember one scene. I went into, like, it was some locker room or something, and I've got a flashlight and I've got a gun, and I'm like, you know, doing the search thing, and I come around this one bank of lockers and I look into the shower room, and there's my entire B camera operator, focus puller, and camera assistant have stripped down to nothing but their undies. Which is why I didn't break, because it wasn't something new that I hadn't seen before. And I was like, oh, there's all of those naked people. And I just kept moving on. One time, I won't say his name, but our camera operator, we went into a house and it was a man and we were like, hey, we need to see your basement. And the guy's like, it's right this way. And he opened up the basement. The shot was from down the stairs, looking back up at us. And as this poor guest star opens the basement, there's our camera operator, once again, in his nothing but his underwear, and has found a ball gag. And put it on his face. And this poor guest star was just like, didn't break, because I think he was more confused than anything. Like, is this part of the scene? Is this what this crew has to do to keep these guys motivated? It's like sexual torture for their crew? No wonder they stay on so long. Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and it's fun to think about it. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you. Hi.
If you could go back to when you were 17, if there's anything you would tell your 17-year-old self.
You think about that, because we've gotten this question before, and I'll try to stay in continuity. For me, it would be not to sweat the small stuff. You have a very long life ahead of you, and the things that might seem very heavy and very dramatic in your life right now, you won't even think about a few years from now. It's amazing. Time is our greatest enemy and also our greatest friend. There's a Tom Hanks, I think, he says, this too shall pass. Things that are amazing in your life, they'll go away. This too shall pass. Things that are horrible in your life, they'll go away. This too shall pass. So, and not with everything. I mean, there's some things that stick around. But I would say that as a 17-year-old, you've got a lot of life ahead of you. So, keep your head up. Hello.
Hello.
I got you.
Thank you. I recall you explaining that when you were crafting Michael's team, that you pictured him as the biggest badass in the room, that he didn't have to work so prove to beat any opponent on this planet. So I was wondering, is there a reason or rationalization why when battling Dark Tia by the campfire, you not only didn't have your jacket on, but you actually battled her?
I can answer the first part very, very quickly. There was a fight scene written, and fighting in a suit jacket is very restrictive. And so my stunt double and I thought, gosh, it'd be really nice not to have a jacket on while we do this incredibly choreographed fight scene. So it was just a call that I made to help better serve the action that was happening. Why that existed? I want to say there was talk of it being because we were in an alternate universe, that there was a different set of powers that were available to certain people in that universe that I needed to actually engage with. Whereas in our universe, Michael was the top dog. There was nothing there that could harm him. But being in this universe, all of a sudden there were. And I think it was something to that degree. That's probably more of a writer question, but I feel like there was a little bit. And I was like, yeah, sure, that sounds fine. Can I take my jacket off? But yeah, the jacket part was strictly for mobility purposes. We didn't when Carrie designed that costume, we didn't think I would be doing any fighting because I could just smite or do angel things. What do angels do? I don't know. You know that better than I do. Never mind, maybe you don't. And I think that the logic was that power didn't. Did that help? Yeah, didn't help me either. Thank you very much. Hi.
So my question is that now that Supernatural is turning 20 next year, if you have the power to do anything, how would you want to celebrate that milestone?
I think it would be great to announce a plan to have some sort of rebirth. Oh, no, that's still a good idea. Why not both? Supernatural returns. What's in the box? I mean, yeah, but that would be pretty amazing. Other than that, I'd probably have to think about it. What would be nice? Yeah, a rather strong announcement of something to look forward to would be pretty cool. Thank you. Hello.
You may check on the questions for Jensen. Was there any storyline or story arc that you didn't care for?
Soul the same.
Affect how you kind of went about.
Jesus. It's like... Let me quickly explain why. And I've done this before, so if you've heard this before, I apologize. I thought Jared did an outstanding job during Solar Sand. I thought the storyline itself was great. I thought he did great. Kudos. Personally, I did not like that storyline because it was really the first time that Sam had been taken away from Dean, and Jensen didn't get to work with Jared playing Sam anymore. And I didn't know how to relate to this new iteration of Sam, and I just didn't like it. I didn't feel like I could be Dean the way that I've been Dean, because he wasn't there as my counterpart. And so me not liking it was strictly subservient, but it was almost like it just kind of took a lot of wind out of my sail when he wasn't there playing Sam. But again, I think he did an amazing job, and I think that storyline worked for him very well. It just, for me personally, I didn't like it because I didn't have a brother anymore.
In your opinion, what do you think would be the worst supernatural thing?
What about anytime Sam yells Dean or Dean yells Sam? Good luck.
Thank you.
What is a trait that you hope that they learn from your characters, and just overall arching the show, what you hope that they learn?
Along the same lines, I think that the selflessness that these characters showed through the years of putting, like Misha, putting the greater good ahead of themselves. Their loyalty to family, their loyalty to the good fight, never giving up, not only to do that, but never giving up on each other, no matter the struggle. And I think that that's a very resounding theme in this show, is that determination to never let the other one down, and to fight with everything you have for the people you love, and even sometimes for the people who need help, or largely for the people who need help. I think that's one thing that I love about the brothers and Cass and Bobby and all of the kind of the team, is that they were all fighting not for themselves, they were fighting for something greater than themselves. And I think that's just a really beautiful way to look at life. is to be selfless and to fight for the people that can't fight for themselves.
Thank you for the impact that you've had on my life, for better and for worse.
What advice would you give to a person who trained as a vocalist performer to get into the film industry?
Use your voice. It's preparation meets opportunity, right? So, and it's also, I think, in this industry, because this isn't like any other industry. This isn't like a business industry where you go to school, you learn a set of tools, and then you go and you find yourself in the bottom rung of a workplace, and then slowly climb that ladder to success. There's no real guide or ladder in the entertainment industry. Some people shoot straight to the top immediately, overnight, and some people grind it out and never make it up at all. And then there's a lot of in between. And so I think that it's a game of numbers. The more you do it, the more you put yourself out there, the more you take this journey, the longer that journey is, the rewards will come. And sometimes, you pick your head up, like Jared and Misha and I did years ago. We're like, oh, people are actually watching this show. We were very, very focused on just getting the work done, doing the work. Now, that's another thing is once you get on set, or once you get a job, or once you get a gig, or once you get inside a door where you have those opportunities, you just do the work. And then when you walk off that set, there's nothing I can do anymore. I did what I did, and now it's up to somebody else to take it from there. I ran my race, I ran my leg of the race, and I handed the baton off at the end of that day, and now I gotta focus on the next day. I go into an audition, I go into a meeting thinking the same thing. That meeting's over, that audition's done, I'm like, okay, what's next? Because now it's out of my hands. So if you sit there and you stare at the phone like I made a mistake of doing early on, that's the worst thing you can do. So just keep pushing, keep doing things that flex that muscle and that artistic muscle, and you'll be surprised at where you end up.
Thank you.
What is something that is unique and exciting and maybe even fun or entertaining about you that you also feel maybe insecure about? So if you need an example, I'll give you mine. But
Please.
When I was born, my right eye hadn't grown all the way, so I've had an artificial eye my whole life. And it's fun because, I'm sorry if this is too much, but I can hang out and have a lot of fun with it. And,
You've done this to yourself.
I would happily do that, absolutely. Because I love doing it. I did it all through high school. I would meet people in the back of
This is how they learn.
So here's the thing, I love it, right? This is amazing. However, I hate how I look in pictures because my eyes are always going two different ways. So like the picture that Jensen and I took today, I'm getting a very aggressive hug. It is extremely cute, but my eyes are doing this.
Why didn't you tell me? Because I could have done this. I could have even like here and then. Come on, I can play that game too.
You know what? Indianapolis, we'll do that.
Done. Why don't we turn the lights on? Nobody needs to see that again. Kill the lights. Kill the lights. Is it being a cut? Is it? No, kill it. We're not doing that. We're not taking off appendages and eyeballs.
Just maybe later.
Okay, cool. So you're asking if we have an amazing party trick?
Yeah.
Misha, you're bound to have some party tricks. I'm not touching that.
What's your party trick?
There you go. Didn't get me a role.
Thank you so much.
We all know the episode French Mistake. If you guys were to go into the supernatural world, how would your characters react?
Dean would be like, well, there's no helping those guys. Yeah, I don't think they would give us a second look. I think they would be, this is what would happen. They'd be walking down the street, Dean, Sam, Cass, and they would walk past a yoga studio. And Dean would look in. What is that man doing? And Cass would go, I think it's called yoga. And Dean would say, yeah, looks a lot like you. And that's about all that would happen.
Thank you.
It's the last question.
Come on, let's go.
It's the last question.
Come on, do a little high five.
It's the last question. It's the last question. It's the last question. It's the last question. This is such. All right, run and grab her and bring her on stage, Mish.
Oh yeah, right, we forgot to fill it out. Probably should have had it.
He's over here going ba ba beep ba.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. And that's when Misha put his back out.
That's how Misha threw his hips out here.
Yeah, that's a bionic hip lifting you onto that chair, man. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Do you know what's happening right now? Neither do any of us. Jeez, I kind of blanked out. It's you are the last question. So you're gonna have to ask us the question in front of everybody, and but also like this is your supernatural family here.
My name is Leo with a Y.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Leo with a Y.
Like why? Where's the why?
Take your pick, there's 3 letters.
Absolutely.
There's only 3 letters.
I don't know that. There could have been 14 letters in there. I'm gonna guess LYO.
Yes.
All right, Leo with a Y. What is your question?
My question is, actually, first, thank you guys like saved my life with this show, and now I'm in acting school.
Don't make a mistake for me today by announcing that on set.
Too late, I already did. And it's show week too. God, what's my question? God, okay, so if you guys were switched, I've always been curious, would Jensen play Cass?
I always thought that it would be cool to have, like, to show a version of Dean, even if it was just an arc of a couple of episodes, where he was actually portrayed in like a traditionally masculine way.
No, Misha, they were asking what you would bring to the role.
I think I would probably bring a deeper voice to the team.
And I would bring personality.